This is Dr. Matheson. He's filling in for Murphy while I was on leave.
Ah, right. So you get to pick up all the pieces, do you?
Yeah, something like that.
So when am I starting this radiation?
I'm afraid that'll have to wait for the moment. I want to talk to you about the CT scan you had done yesterday.
What about it?
It's shown up another tumour, a new one. This one's in your liver.
Oh.
I'd like for you to have a liver biopsy today, if possible. So I've got a better idea of what we're dealing with. I've got a pretty hectic schedule, so I'm going to ask Dr. Stevens to perform the procedure. The size and sudden appearance of this tumour suggests that it's fairly aggressive, and we are talking about the liver.
Which means?
I'm afraid liver cancer carries a poor prognosis.
How poor?
If there's anything you want to do, take a holiday, get your affairs in order, I'd get onto it. Vic, I'm sorry, there's no easy way to say this. I'll come back to see you as soon as I've got the results of the biopsy.
Sydney Olympic organisers are desperately trying to ensure that the main legacy of the 2000 Games is not the number of drug scandals that engulfed the competition. Clive Chester heads the Olympics public relations team. Mr Chester, there were a lot of positive drug tests during the Sydney Games.
Not a lot, Louise. Let's quash that media myth right now. So a handful of competitors from obscure countries were caught and expelled.
A handful?
Look, Louise, the expulsions only affected the Bulgarians, Romanians, Norwegians, Taiwanese, Latvians, Belarusians, Ukrainians, Kenyans, Germans, Canadians, Iranians, Kazakhstanis, Americans, Czechs, Egyptians, Moroccans, Hungarians, Italians, oh, and of course the Chinese. There's no need to blow it out of proportion.
There were more positive drug tests for the Sydney Games than for any other Olympics.
You're being negative, Louise. Why can't you be positive and talk about the negative tests?
Are you suggesting we ignore these results?
No, but I wish you wouldn't accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and for the love of God, don't mess with Mr. In-Between.
Why not?
He's the Romanian doctor. You could be out for days. I shook his hand yesterday and I'm still having flashbacks.
Why did the Olympic officials tolerate appeals and grandstanding from athletes who test positive? I mean, surely if these tests are to mean anything, they should have been expelled immediately.
Look, there have been very good explanations for these positive drugs tests.
The drug testing methods are more effective?
No, the labels on drugs are very hard to read. For example, did you know an innocent cough medicine contains a banned substance?
Yes.
Well, OK, perhaps you know, but how are the teen doctors supposed to? You'd be amazed how many times nutritional supplement is misread nandrolene furosemide.
Aren't you worried that the Sydney Games are going to be remembered as the drug games?
Not by half the athletes. They won't remember anything.
Clive Chester, we've run out of time.
Really? I can get something that'll make you go faster.
You really didn't have to drop me off.
Good afternoon, I'm Constable Turner.
Irene Roberts, what can I do for you?
I'm afraid I had to fine young Haley here. We caught her driving without a responsible licensed driver in the car.
What?
These guys were going to beat Noah up down at the pub. I had to go and get him. What else was I supposed to do?
The pub?
It seems Noah overdid it with the booze and suffered the consequences. So did I. But I'm sure Haley will explain. I'll leave you to it. Just wanted to make sure she got home safely.
OK. Thank you.
When was his chute packed?
This morning I packed it myself.
Was it checked again before the jump?
Yeah, checked it then too.
So you checked your own packing? How would you describe his mood in the plane?
Yeah, he was fine.
And his health?
Great, perfect.
Any money worries?
I don't know.
Do you know of any bad news he may have received recently? Death in the family, anything?
His wedding was cancelled last week.
A mutual decision?
No, it was his fiancée. She called it off. She sent him a note.
And how did he take it?
Well, how do you reckon? He was pretty cut up.
Did he write anyone a letter explaining his feelings or intentions? Or did he leave a note?
What do you mean, did he leave a note?
We got a witness saying they saw your plane bumping about up there.
Yeah, I hit an air pocket.
You sure it was an air pocket?
What the hell are you getting at?
So, you hit the air pocket just after Mr. Webster jumped?
Yes.
Right. Thanks very much. Oh, we may need to speak to you again.